example, whenever you look at for some traditions in our country, for example, in Uzbekistan, and there is some traditions, especially nowadays. In my opinion, it is a wasting of time because some people, especially women, always try to spend their entire night for just doing that. And in my opinion, not only it decrease quality of their time, but also it deprives their sleep. And in my opinion, in the past, the traditions are very important, but nowadays we have to rely on another things like important thing about works or studies.
Okay, Shabnam, how do you
Mhm.
usually react to when your plans are suddenly interrupted by others?
Can you repeat the question? My network is not working. I mean,
Okay.
there is no electricity, so there are some problems with my connection.
Uh-huh. How do you usually react when your plans are suddenly interrupted?
Actually, of course, I mean it's natural to be overreacted when your plans are interrupted by some kind of unexpected situation. So, of course, I also be overreact to the kind of things, the kind of occasions, because I'm such kind of perfectionist. I mean, I wanna make everything perfectly. So I have to do everything as I plan it. So if my plans are interrupted, I mean if my plans are not as I wanted, I started being angry.
Nazarov, would you prefer to live in a society that values individual freedom or collective responsibility more?
I Whenever it comes my decision, I strike a balance. For example, if I am young, I try to pursue collective, like people who like work with each other, and I try to follow their footsteps because the like cooperation is more beneficial when we are young. For example, we can make choice with others, and so I think when we are young it is important. And whenever it comes to the elderly people or higher age around 30 or 40 years old, and we have to follow freedom, and we have to live alone, or we have to make a decision uh, alone, because it makes more fascinating in my opinion. And so I prefer both of them, and it depends on age.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Shabnam.
Mhm.
Um, how do you deal with people who have very different opinions from yours?
Actually, firstly, I started some kind of arguing with them. I mean, I always try to defend my own opinions, and but after a few minutes, I realized that they are also, I mean, true in their own way, and then I try to understand their opinions, and I ask some explanation to their ideas, and I ask them to some kind of give more details about their ideas, and then I attempt to some kind of understand their way. I try to think in their way, and then I some kind of I deal with this some kind of way with this way.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Is it possible to be truly objective when judging others?
Can you paraphrase the question, like objective?
Objective, it means fair. For example, if you are judging someone by looking at their appearance or their character or what they are doing, is it always true to be fair?
Yes, we have to judge fairly because we don't know exactly. We are not perfect at judging or considering. For example, whenever you look at their performance, some people are natural anxious or natural stressful, and in my opinion, we don't have to judge uh, on their performances. and we have to consider a lot whenever it comes their performances. And I think some people are like natural anxious. We have to understand them.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Shabnam, do you think people are becoming more impatient nowadays? Why?
Yes, of course, there are several factors to this statement, I guess, because the first and foremost, I mean, the main impact for this statement is social media. I guess you know, in the modern life, everything is changing quickly, and everyone is starting to be dependent on social media. I mean, um, you know, there are some people who really love to scrolling on their phones and watching endless videos on some kind of social media apps like Instagram, YouTube, and so many apps like that. And there are so many short videos like 1 minute or 30 seconds, and even less than this. And it makes their some kind of patient less. I mean, they because of this, they become impatient, and they don't and after that they don't want to watch some kind of long videos anymore, like 1 hour or 2 hour or more than.
Mm-hmm. Okay. How often do you challenge your own beliefs or assumptions?
I usually challenge myself, especially like assumption. For example, whenever like I predict something, for example, about like some pupils score in their like subjects, for example, in math or and I think I always try to predict that every single moment, and so is from time to time it negatively affects on my like way. For example, I'm preparing for the IELTS exam, and I think my prediction is sometime wrong, and I think uh, I should fix this.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Would you say your country has a strong sense of community?
For me,
Yes.
Community.
community.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, can you paraphrase this type of question?
I mean, do you think that your people are support each other in every situation? Are they helpful to each other? I mean, they are
Uh,
in the same unit, one unit.
I got it. I can't say they support each other in every situation, but sometimes, I mean, especially our relatives, our family members support us. For example, for me, my family members are so supportive for me, especially when I feel down. They always support me. They give me some motivation when I don't wanna, I when I wanna give up, and they motivate me. They encourage me to study more, and so many like that. And so I can say the people in my country are supportive, but not always, because there are some people who just wanna I mean, who are selfish. I mean, they